Hi, everyone. I'm Jennifer Hoff from Calibri Real Estate. I lead our B2B partnership team. And today we're going to have a great conversation with one of our entrepreneur partners that Calibri Real Estate and Gold Coast Schools has selected to work with our students. So I'd like to introduce Matt Goff to you all. Matt, do you want to do an introduction?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me today. My name is Matt Goff. I'm the founder and CEO at Echovate. Echovate is a people analytics company. We have a really cool, amazing assessment that helps students and brokers and owners and teams understand more about the individual, and that could be the student or the agent, and ultimately what's going to help make them the next awesome rock star top performer.
That's great. So tell us a little bit about Echovate and the science that you built behind it, because it really differentiates you and your brand and your product from other offerings in the market.
Yeah, sure. So I'll take a step back. So I owned a company prior to this, same similar kind of a product, and we really were focused on Fortune 500 companies. And I came to realize and understand how powerful it is if you can understand more about the individual, right? And how that maps to their job performance, their job success. And so after that, I was really excited to start something, obviously Echovate, that really serviced emerging growth and kind of middle market companies with really an eye on how do we help the individual? How do we help, in this case, the student or the agent? And so what we've done is in conjunction with a major university and their PhD program, we developed 50 behavioral based questions that map to 10 attributes. And in 5 minutes or less, we can tell the individual all about them. Are they, really competitive? Are they really empathetic? Like me? Are you low in being systematic? Those kind of things. And then fast forward, we were able to really understand not just about the individual agent, but about real estate in general and what makes a top performer. What does that top performer profile look like? And then how do we help get the individual to become that top performer?
That is incredibly exciting. So, Matt, why does it matter in real estate for hiring brokers or recruiters to really understand what a top performer looks like?
I think for obviously a lot of different reasons, but first and foremost, I think for the broker owner, retention in this space is really important, right? The average cost to hire, or I say, bring on a new agent is right around $3,000 per agent. Turnover could be anywhere from 25
Sure.
to 50%. So all of a sudden you look at that, and as all the broker owners teams, as they're trying to grow their business, if they have this kind of churn that's happening, then they're kind of starting over each year. And so this is a powerful tool that I've seen in kind of corporate America, but specifically in real estate, this is something that can really drive their company forward. And equally, I look at real estate agents as they're all entrepreneurs, right? They're creating their
Right.
own businesses.
Right.
And so if there's a tool or something that can help them have a competitive advantage, learn a little bit more about themselves and how they can really maximize their success.
That is excellent. This is incredibly exciting. So you have this product out, you've been working with a major university, you've mapped the attributes, and you had to think about who you wanted to partner with to bring this to life. And
Yep.
at Calibri Real Estate and Gold Coast Schools, we have a lot of students enrolled at any time in our program and have a really high caliber of student in our program. So tell me a little bit about why you wanted to partner with our company.
I think first and foremost, I mean, the way that we all got connected was by a couple of mutual customers. And just the way that they spoke so highly of what you were doing, that really intrigued me. And I have a lot of respect for these
Yeah,
mutual customers.
yeah,
And I said, if
right.
they think it's important, then it's something that I should listen to, right? And then as I got to meet the team at Calibri and Gold Coast, I heard the same thing over and over, which is the focus on helping our students be successful. That just seemed like the mantra over and over. And I liked that value because it wasn't, let's see how we can go and do this over here, do this. It was always the student first and still is. And so as I look at Echovate and I look at this relationship coming together, it's all about how do we help build successful outcomes for that student. And if we can do that, then everybody's going to win at the end of the day.
That is excellent. And that mutual alignment of values, it's so important to who we choose as partners. So I'm really glad you reinforced that. So let's talk a little bit about what the student experience is like. So right
Mhm.
now, what we're doing is someone enrolls at Gold Coast schools, and as soon as they enroll, they have the opportunity to take the assessment. So I'll talk a little bit about the feedback we've been getting from students, but why don't you share a little bit about what the students would experience after enrollment?
Yeah, so it's a really simple process and it's by design. It's 50 questions. It takes under 5 minutes. And the reason that's so important is because, the old assessments and tests out there that are 20 or 30 minutes, DISC, which is kind of a pre-internet type of a tool, right? It takes long, it's complex, and it doesn't give you actionable items that relate specific back to the role, right? And so the student experience, you go, you log on, you answer behavior-based questions, and again, 50 questions takes about 5 minutes. The cool thing is at the end of that process, you actually get a self report. And that's where I think this is maybe differentiated, especially in the real estate market, which is you don't kind of go into this black hole at the end of the process. You actually get something that's valuable that you can put to work right away.
That's excellent. So, what we've done at Gold Coast Schools is we've trained our instructors also on the tool. So, they're reinforcing it to students in the classroom and on live stream. And then, of course, our online students have the opportunity to take the assessment as well. Now, what's incredibly interesting is Matt talked a little bit about the student experience in taking the assessment. But since we launched this, we've also been tracking student feedback. So I wanted to share a little bit about what students are sharing with us at Gold Coast. And I think the first thing is it gives them the opportunity to really look at the skills that will make them be successful agents. And we've encouraged them to talk to those individuals that are recruiting them to go into their brokerage, talk to them about those skill sets and how they're going to build on those skill sets to be successful for them. The second thing is at Gold Coast Schools, we offer career fairs, both on ground and virtual. And at career fairs now, we're training all of the brokerages that are coming in to meet with our students on the profile and what they should be looking for in students, and asking students about the profile and how they're going to add value to their small business, their brokerage. And so it's really giving students and brokers the opportunity to talk about the things that will matter, that will make them successful, and how the attributes of these students will align with what is most important to brokers. Do you think we're missing anything in terms of how we're talking to students and brokers, or what else would you want us to be talking about?
I think the biggest takeaway that we've learned, right, from both students and brokerages is it's really exciting when you see a student and they want to learn more about themselves, right? And what you can really see behind that kind of why is they're setting themselves up for the future. They want to be successful. So they're going to go to, great programs like that you have at Gold Coast. They're going to go through Echovate because what they're trying to do is how do I maximize my success right out of the gate?
Right.
How do I really become a rocket ship?
Yeah, we want students to go from education to practice very quickly. And we would encourage all brokers to think about the Echovate assessment in terms of an input into their hiring decisions. As Matt has indicated, it's so important given the cost and the time of resources that brokers are spending their time on the right things. They're also talking to the right people, the right students that will be their future employees, and really ascertaining who's going to be the best fit with their organization.
And what's interesting to piggyback on that is a lot of times the brokerages, they don't know because this individual, they don't have any probably relationship with in the past, right? And the student is starting their career in real estate. And so for the brokerage, it's tough to understand to say, are you going to be successful? Are you not? And what areas can I lean into as a broker and as a manager to help maximize your success?
Yep, that's right. And that's one of the reasons why, when Matt talked a little bit about why he wanted to partner with Calibri Real Estate and Gold
I was going
Coast
to ask the same
Schools.
question. Why did you
Yeah,
want to partner with Echovate, right?
yeah, I really wanted to talk about just that student success piece because we're incredibly invested. Everything we do focuses around serving our students. But the other thing in terms of being the leader in real estate education is we want to be out there and be the most innovative. We want to be working with small businesses, entrepreneurs to tap into what they think is important for the next generation of our profession. And you really were one of those businesses that we felt like could add a lot of value to our company because of the fact that you're so aligned around student success, around individuals who are now students that will become practicing agents, and then just ensuring we're giving our students the best experience possible and access to the most innovative tools in the market.
That's great. So I have a question on that, kind of again, piggyback on that. Is there a good time or a better time to start your career in real estate?
Well, that's an interesting question, and I get that a lot. And I would tell individuals right now, if you've been on the fence, you're saying to yourself, I've always wanted to be in real estate, but when would I enter? I'm hearing a lot of noise in the market. What's happening with interest rates? I would say you're really starting to see a little bit of a shift out there, and you're starting to see home sales come back. You're starting to see a lot of interest in specific regions of the country. And now is a great time to get in so you can get your feet wet in this profession so that when the bounce back comes, you're totally prepared and totally ready. One of the things at Calibri Real Estate we are very interested in is the success of new agents, obviously, and that's why we've sponsored, and now for the second year, the RIS Media Rookie of the Year Award, which is incredibly interesting to see how many applications we have for that award. So last year we had well over 250 applications. We narrowed it down to 10 individuals. And it's amazing. Of the 10 individuals in their first year of being a real estate agent, they had almost $70 million of transactions.
That's
And
impressive.
so that's just a great example of how you can be successful even very early in your real estate career if you have the right tools for success, like we do at Gold Coast and Calibri Real Estate, and you're choosing the right education partner that will prepare you for not just the educational journey, but really practicing at the top of your license.
So I'll answer the question I asked, which is when is the best time? And I think the best time is always right now to start the next adventure chapter of your life and be an entrepreneur.
That's exactly right. And that really goes back to how Calibri operates in general. Like we are an organization with 5 values. Around the 5 values, I think the ones around boldness and around curiosity are incredibly important. But I would actually even say the one around love, which is surprising. Individuals often say, why is your organization have a value around love? But think about who we serve. So we're serving students who are making a difference in their community. They're making a difference for their families with their earnings potential in real estate. And so we want to make sure that we really understand the love that they have for their community, for their families, for what they're doing in their profession needs to be at the center of everything that we do as well.
I love that core value.
Thank you. Well, Matt, it's been an awesome time talking to you about Echovate. We're excited to share the news out there with the Gold Coast family of students, but also the greater Calibri Real Estate portfolio of students. And we look forward to seeing all the great things we will do together.
This is great, and it's been amazing so far in this partnership. And I love that our values are aligned. And let's help students be as successful as possible.
That's right. Yeah. Thank you for your time today. It's great to talk to you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.